Hello, this is Chrissy Boo again, here with a sort of random video of my GameCube controller repair that I had to do. Unfortunately, the joystick, the main joystick, which you will soon see, had some problems and needed to be replaced. And fortunately, I was able to get some most likely perfectly 100% official joystick and C-stick replacements, and I decided to show off the process of getting all the screws out and taking the controller apart so I can replace the joystick and then put it back together. This GameCube controller that came with my GameCube way back in, 2001 or something like that. So it's pretty old. But it's also pretty neat to look inside. So I cut out a little cleaning that I did. But so here's where the difficult part lies. First thing you have to do is get the Z button out of there. You need to be a little careful with that because there's a little metal thing protruding. Then you have to sort of wiggle out a little loop that the cable is in, that's sort of around a little peg. And then you get to actually take the main motherboard part circuit board out of the controller. Now you get to see all the different buttons and see where they connect. And since I'm only replacing the main joystick here, I have to sort of wiggle it out. It stuck in pretty well, but it came out. There you can see the part of the rubber that got cut, and there's the new one that doesn't have cuts or broken plastic on the inside of the rubber. And after a little more cleaning, just squeeze it back on. Got to put it in the right orientation, get it to fit right into the hole really nicely. And here, a little rubber part. I don't know how it came off the main part. There's a little rubber thing that goes underneath the start button to make it feel nice and squishy. And it took me a little while to figure out where it goes, and there it goes. But yeah, putting on the joystick, squeezing it in nice and tight, and there we go. So now to reverse everything else that I just did, you can see all the buttons on the back plate, or on the front plate. Now putting the circuit board back in, making sure everything is properly lined up and pushed down properly. Then you have to get the cable back in the appropriate place around the little peg in there. Make sure that the cable itself is lined up so for the back plate, the hole that it comes out of. And then here I had a lot of trouble getting the Z button back in, because you want to make sure that the Z button is underneath the two main parts of the plate, of the front and back plate of the controller. But then there's also the little metal thing on the inside that needs to be in the appropriate place. But I did finally get it underneath properly so that everything will work out. Now just to put the back on, squeeze it down so everything snaps properly together, and then screw everything back in. So that was my short repair video for the GameCube controller. This was based on a iFixit.com guide that I used to make sure I got all the details right. I'll put a link to in the description. If you need replacement joysticks, you can find them on Amazon and other places. Same thing with the screwdriver. This requires a special screwdriver with three little prongs on the bottom rather than the normal 4 or 2. But neither of those two parts were very expensive. And if you don't want to spend $20 or $25 or whatever on a one of the new controllers, as good as they may be with their longer cords, then I thought this was a fun little, do-it-yourself exercise. And here I go. Everything's all good. Joystick feels nice. Buttons are all as they should be. And thank you for watching.